Joining me now, head coach Valerie King. Hey, Coach, how about it? First ever win over them and 5 straight wins in a row. You got to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to win. It wasn't very pretty.
Not in the first half especially.
But, we dug in, finally got some stops there in the third quarter. I think it was like 24-26. And we started to dig in and get stops, and we were getting clean rebounds. And we were able to get some easier shots on offense in transition to get us going. So.
Yeah, 8 out of 15 in the fourth quarter. They had 6 out of 14, but that's a little bit misleading because of what they did in the last minute of the game when this one was decided. Yeah. Hey, you had to battle back on the boards big, down most of the game until the fourth, and then you end up 8. Yeah. 40-32.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what is a difference maker in the game. You know, once we were able to get a clean rebound, we got a couple offensive boards as well. That changes the look of the game for us. Yeah. I mean, to be quite honest. And not just this game. It's happened in numerous games.
Coach, at the half, I think you had 7 or 9 offensive boards, but only 2 points.
That's correct.
You end the game with 15 offensive rebounds and 14 points off of those.
Yeah, we actually talked about that at halftime. Where we had turned them over. We just weren't converting. So obviously much, much better in the second half of getting some turnovers and getting some easy points.
5 steals. You have to endure them with 9, but you got to tip your cap to Aaliyah Collins.
Yeah.
36 minutes. She was 21 points, 6 boards, and 7 assists. She was kind of doing it all for them.
Yeah, I mean, she's a really, really good player. And obviously you can see by the stat sheet, she does everything for him. She can score it. She gets her teammates involved. She's just a really good player for him.
No doubt. Well, one of our really good players tonight was Tiani Ellison. A double-double for her with 22 points, 14 rebounds. Coach, that's as complete a game as we've seen out of Tiani in weeks.
Yeah, I mean, pretty close to what the number she had, I think, at SFA last week. We were able to get into a rhythm of getting some offensive stuff and getting a throwback and a throw in instead of her just always fighting for position on a first entry post up.
Okay.
So we were able to get some throwbacks and easier duck ins, I would say.
They found some open shots through her as well.
Yep.
No assists. There should be like a second assist.
I know.
On
I'm
some
with
of
you.
those passes.
That's correct.
But
yep.
She fed Cora and Nina, who combined for 4 of the Lions' 8 3-pointers tonight. It was good to see those dropping for both of them.
Yeah, I felt good for Cora. She hit one over there by the bench, and she was just like, finally, so, I think it made her feel a little bit better. She saw one go through in game action, so that was good.
All right, the patience that you've been preaching in close ball games and then just doing the little things to end up in the dub column, your team's really, they're getting it.
Yeah, I think we are. I still don't, just like we talked about against Northwestern State Saturday, 4 minutes to finish out the game. We've really got to lock into what we're doing. I think we gave up 2 or 3 threes at the end of this game as well. And those are things we can't let happen. We've got to be able to finish out the game.
Well, at the end of the third, to your point,
yeah.
Collins hit that 3,
right.
banked it off the window, and
yeah.
all of a sudden a 6-point lead was just 3.
Right, yeah. And, I mean, they cut it to 1 there, just opened the fourth too. So, obviously we've still got some room to grow. I think it's just maturing on the floor, and all 5 that are on the floor doing it, all at once and kind of not picking and choosing when you want to do it.
You can almost tell how another team is scouting the Lions almost by the way they defend certain players.
Right.
And
That's
Rosia
correct.
Castillo would be one that they paid a little extra attention to tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Rosia's been really good for us, so they see what, she's able to do for us on the defensive end and being able to drive it and get layups. So, they made her take a couple pull-up jumpers that, we need to be able to hit those or kick them out and get a better shot.
Riza Poe also drew their attention, but still managed to finish with a couple of threes, 6 points, 6 rebounds, which was tied with Castillo for second on the team behind Tiani.
Yep.
And what else did she? A couple of dimes, a steal, usual day.
Yeah, usual result line.
All right, so how's this feel? You got 5 in your pocket in a row, and now you've got the league leaders from McNeese State coming in on Saturday.
Obviously it feels good. I'm happy for our kids with, the progress we've made in the past, I would say 3.5 weeks to put us in a good position and the position that we're in. Obviously, it doesn't matter who we play Saturday. It's the biggest game of the year, whoever it is.
It will be a big one, no doubt about that. Will Lyons up here, though. Coach, thanks for your time afterwards. Congratulations again.
Thanks, Charlie.
We'll work on number 6 on Saturday.
Yeah, we will. Thanks, Charlie.
All right.